I'm Colby Bauer.
And I'm Cindy Bauer.
We are mother and son, and this is Struck. It's a story of these 9 middle school aged kids that are all from totally different backgrounds and very diverse in their thinking or their passions, but there's one thing they have in common, and that's that they care to ignite Stoke. In other words, mental health or happiness and finding passions. So they use this meter they find in their clubhouse, which is an old abandoned hydro plant. And this meter, they call it the Stoke-ometer, measures the Stoke levels throughout Brightwood. And so they use that to help them figure out where they can help other people and reignite that Stoke.
Our main character is Stormy in this first issue. So Stormy is one of my favorites because a lot of the things that she goes through mirrors a lot of the things that I went through. She doesn't know how to ask for help, and she feels like that's weak. And so she hides everything, and everything builds up, and that was kind of my issue.
My mom ended up turning to alcohol, and that spiraled into a 30-year battle with alcoholism, and I ended up turning to skateboarding. Skateboarding became kind of this like therapy, and I call it a meditation in motion. There was one night where I was praying, I was thinking a lot about like how, if there's anything I could do, what is it? And my mom's a very creative person, very creative, and I look back at like, when was the last time she did anything creative? It was like years. And so I had this idea, instead of taking her to the homeless shelter that morning, I invited my sisters and her. We all came to my home, and we decided we were gonna do some sort of craft. And it ended up turning out that we wrote a children's book together.
And it was actually a story that saved my life. And stories are really important, and they are things that you remember. So I decided to go into rehab, and I went in the next day. I mean, I had gone through rehab before, didn't work, but this time I had hope. And that's basically what I feel people that are low need. They need something to look forward to, something that sparks their hope. There's so much out there for kids to face. And my own brother committed suicide. And I wish that he would have had these tools also, and that we would have known more.
This is where we get to use media and entertainment to re-emphasize and promote these stories of triumph over trial. If you look back at like my childhood, the gateway into skateboarding and snowboarding and all the things that I love was actually a show. It was on Nickelodeon called Rocket Power. And then fast forward into when Tony Hawk Pro Skater was launched, that was like the nail on the coffin. I was like, all right, I have to go buy a skateboard now. I wanted to speak to kids at that level where like we can bring entertainment through fun, but get serious too. And that's our end goal, is to help youth develop resilience skills through skateboarding, through sports, through art and music, just utilizing all these different disciplines and vehicles to teach them resilience to carry on. It's fun. It's just chock full of fun and humor. And through Struck, we get to share these really intimate stories and apply it to help either themselves or their friends or the members of the community.
It just needs to be out there. It just needs to be. From my storm, I hope comes something beautiful.
The power of stories is pretty wild. We curated a pretty solid team, our own little Stoke Brigade, and we know this has legs, but we need some runway. We're hoping to raise $100,000. We've been on this for 12 months, and it just bonded us. I think our relationship is better than it's ever been. We get each other more than we ever have. She's the most resilient person I know.